Welcome to the Prep Zone. My name is Grant Yenny, and tonight we have the Battle of Mandeville Volleyball Edition here in the kennel as the Mandeville High Lady Skippers come to take on the Fontainebleau High Lady Bulldogs. This is a big rivalry matchup, but it's also their Pink Out breast cancer awareness game where they'll raise money for Mary Bird Perkins. Now, coming into tonight, Mandeville's coming off of a 3-0 victory against Covington. And Fontainebleau defeated Lakeshore in 4. Now, emotions tend to run high in rivalry games. We'll see what happens. Let's talk to the coaches. All right, pregame with Coach Muley. Coach, tonight's your Pink Out Cancer Awareness game. What does that mean to the school?
Well, you know, as a school and as a community, we do a lot to develop the awareness for cancer, and this being breast cancer awareness, we chose pink just because it's a girls' sport, and we want a lot more awareness for these girls to know that it's not just something that happens to a few people. It's something that's all over, you know. It's something that I personally have a lot of, you know, care for because my sister passed away from breast cancer. So we do a lot as a school and as a team for it.
And the last time we saw your team, it was that 5-set thriller against North Shore. Your team looked solid against a very good North Shore team, but there were some silly mistakes, early season silly mistakes. What have you done to correct those coming in? You've been rolling ever since.
Well, you know, we've grown from every game, and you know, since then we have done a lot of different lineup changes. We've moved some personnel around, and it really has to come from us to be consistent. If we can play a consistent game, you know, this is going to be a really good match, and hopefully we'll come out with the win. You know, Mandeville's a very good team, and for whoever steps on the court, in this district especially, it's anybody's match. You know, it's kind of a dogfight right now in a very weird sense. So.
And you mentioned a very good Mandeville team on the other side of the net. What's it going to take to beat them tonight?
For us, it's going to take blocking. You know, we had a lot of mistakes last time we played. We had too many missed serves, some blocking errors that took us out of our system. And if we can play, like I said, if we can play consistently, you know, we have a very good shot here. All
right, pregame with Coach Walker. Coach, the last time we saw your team was that 5-set thriller with Hannon. Now, it was early in the season. There were some silly mistakes, but you've been on a roll since then. How have you corrected those silly mistakes, and how do you look going into tonight?
Well, we just got to continue to correct those silly mistakes. I mean, we have to make serve the ball and make sure that we can put the ball in play. We need a first ball pass for us so that we can get some sets to get some kills. You know, when we have trouble doing that, you saw what happened to us in Hannon. So we're hoping we've corrected those through the 10 games that we've had since then, and that we can come out and be successful tonight.
And you beat Fontainebleau in 3 last time y'all played them earlier in the season. They're 19-3. They've been looking pretty good recently. What's it going to take to beat them tonight?
It's going to take a strong outing from all of our players. It's not going to be one person that's going to beat that team. It's going to have to take a total team effort to get it done tonight.
And Madison Ortega will serve first to kick this division rivalry matchup off. Fontainebleau versus Mandeville. She gets it up and over, dug up by KK Haley. Bundy outside. Hit down by Madison Boffner. For the skipper kill. Mandeville comes into this one at 15-6. As I said in pregame, they beat Covington in 3. Bothner serve over. Set back, big hit, down, dug up by Bundy. And miscommunication there between West and Gomez as the ball falls to the floor. For the Lady Bulldog point, that's 1-1. Going back to serve for Fontainebleau, number 3, Mary Bergeron. Bergeron up, over, outside Bundy, KK Haley, and mistimed hit off the mark, goes sailing into the net. 2-1, Fontainebleau leading the Skippers here in the first. Mary Bergeron to serve once again for the Lady Bulldogs. Bergeron serve over, dug up by Berthaud. Bundy, the 9 to Gomez, big hit and out. Golden and Lewis tried to block it, ball went out of bounds off the side of their hands. Usually they're coached to go up and over, get their hands over the net to block the ball down. That time they had them straight up and the ball deflected out of bounds. So Sam Gomez is back to serve for the Lady Skippers. A lot of power, gets it over, dug up, and Caroline Golden can't handle the powerful serve from Gomez. So 3-2, Skippers reclaim the lead. Gomez shifting over. And a lot of power sends it over again. Dug up there. Outside, Golden over and to the floor, just out of reach of a diving KK Haley. And out of reach also West there. So 3-3, and service from Nikki Lewis goes into the net. Those unforced errors. We've seen those in every game that we've called. They happen. You try to cut down on as many of them as possible. 4-3. Mandeville leading, and it's tied back up once again as the Maddie Dosset serve goes into the net, tied up at 4 apiece. Madison Brown will serve for the Lady Bulldogs, tied up 4-4. Berthaud, Bundy, KK Haley, and Lauren Lazalier tried to save it there. She dove for it, but it went off the side of her hand and out of bounds, hitting that back wall. Mandeville leading 5-4 as KK Haley back to serve for the Skippers. Haley up and over, and that is an ace. Hit right before that back line. 6-4. Mandeville leading, KK looking to extend the lead. She has a very powerful serve. Haley, jump serve up and over. There's Ortega, big hit from Golden, dug up by Berthaud. Here's Bundy outside to Bothner, and blocked back down onto the Skippers by Kristen Eberts. 6-5, Mandeville leading as Caroline Golden, the senior on this Fontainebleau squad, goes back to serve. Jump serve from Golden, over, dug up by Dosat. Bundy outside to Bothner, big hit, too much on it, way too much, as it goes sailing out the backside, out of bounds, and we're tied up at 6. Coach Muley signaling into Golden on where to serve it and who to target. Golden floats this one over. KK digs it up, and Bundy will be in the net. 7-6, Fontainebleau reclaims the lead. Golden will continue to serve. She gets way back there, runs up, jump serve, floats it over. Dosat, Bundy sets the 9 to Boylan. Dug up by Brown, outside, big hit. Dug up, a little miscommunication, but Boylan gets it over for the kill as Caroline Golden tried to dive for it, but it went out of bounds off of her fist. Tied up 7 apiece. And Emily Boylan will serve. Both teams wearing those special pink jerseys for breast cancer awareness. Emily Boylan is usually number 10, but tonight she's wearing the number 20 jersey. Here's Bundy setting to Gomez, pushes it over, and free ball sent over by Lazalier. KK Haley diving, and Boylan up. This one needs to go over. KK gets it there. Lazalier digs it up. Ortega outside, hit from Scott, and Bundy hit that one a little too late as the ball went into the net. 8-7, Fontainebleau has retaken the lead. And Lazalier will serve it over, dug up KK Haley. Bundy back to Gomez, and down off the hand of Nikki Lewis for the kill, 8-8. Brandy Bundy, the Mandeville High setter, back to serve. Bundy floats it over. Lazalier's there. Setting back to Scott. Nobody home. Out of reach of Bothner and Berthaud. Madison Ortega to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. It's 9-8, Fontainebleau leading. All over, KK to Bundy, outside to Gomez with a big hit. The ball comes bouncing over here into the stands. Kill for Samantha Gomez. Score tied 9-9. Madison Bothner back to serve. Bothner service over, mishandled by Nikki Lewis for the ace. Fontainebleau leads 10-9. Excuse me, Mandeville leads 10-9. And Bothner will serve once again for the Skippers, and that time it's an unforced error. Serving it into the net. So that ties it up at 10 apiece, and it's like they're trading points back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Mary Bergeron serving for Fontainebleau. Bergeron up and over and into the net. Gomez, last effort, gets it over. And mistimed jump there by Nikki Lewis. Didn't really get a piece of it. The ball goes into the net, drops to the floor, scored 11-10. Mandeville takes the lead again. And Samantha Gomez is back to serve. Gomez, a lot of power. Lazalier with the dig. Ortega outside to Lewis. It's popped up. Point from Mandeville. They call it double hit on the Lady Bulldogs. Gomez serving once again. It's 12-10, Mandeville leading. And Gomez, a lot of power, but into the net. 12-11. Mandeville leading. Ball will go back over to Fontainebleau with Nikki Lewis to serve. Lewis up and over, dug up. Here's Bundy outside to Boylan with the big hit. It's handled by Lewis. Outside to Golden with no mercy to the floor. Out of reach of Brandy Bundy. If I were Brandy Bundy, I wouldn't have wanted anything to do with that hit either. She put a lot of power behind it. But another unforced error is Nikki Lewis. Fontainebleau gets the ball back. Nikki Lewis sends it into the net. 13-12, Mandeville leading. And Dosat will serve for the Lady Skippers. Dosat serve over, Golden digs it up. Here's Ortega to Golden and out. Just outside that back line. 14-12, Dosat serving once again. Set over Lazalier. Ortega, ball sent over by Catherine Carroll. Here's Bundy setting Boylan and blocked down. And Berthaud sends the free ball over. Here's Golden with the big hit. Berthaud digging it up. Bundy to the outside to KK Haley and the kill. Caroline Golden touched it as it was going out of bounds. Too much speed to stop it. Behind it, she couldn't slow it up or get a piece of it. 15-12, Skippers leading. It's Dosat serving over. Ball dug up. Here's Ortega outside to Golden. It's up. KK Haley sending the free ball over. Ball tipped over. Berthaud pops it up. Here's Bundy and Haley. And that's a point for the Skippers. Tipped right there up at the net. And it went spinning backwards. There was a lot of power behind it. 16-12, Lady Skippers leading. And Coach Muley wants to talk it over with her team. So here in the first set, Mandeville's leading 16-12. Coming out of the Fontainebleau timeout, Maddie Dosat to serve. Up, over, dug up by Golden. Here's Ortega back outside to Golden with the big hit, but Berthaud is there to dig it up. KK Haley, and miscommunication there as Berthaud thought someone else called for it and kind of took her time to get there. Was late on the dive to try and hit the ball over. 16-13. Service over from Madison Brown. Here's Bundy outside to Boylan with a laser hit, but dug up by Lazalier. And Golden over and in for the kill. Good placement from Caroline Golden right there on the line before going out of bounds. Brown serving over once again. Ball dug up. Hit over by Boylan. Boylan puts the roof on it, sends it back down to the floor for the block. 17-14, Lady Skippers leading. Hallie Rogers will come out, checking into the game. Madison Bothner. KK Haley, that jump serve for the Lady Skippers. A lot of power behind it, but dug up. There's Ortega, back to Golden, and Dossett can't handle it. This ball goes out of bounds off the side of her hand. Too much power from Golden. 17-15 as the Lady Bulldogs try to close the gap on the Lady Skippers. And Golden serving over. Haley digs it up. Bundy trying to catch him off guard. Lazalier sends it right back to him. There's Haley to Bundy to Boylan. Lazalier, Ortega, and beyond the attack line, Caroline Golden. Berthaud is there to dig it up. Bundy and Bothner can't get enough on it. Just kind of hit off of her fingertips. And the Lady Bulldogs are within one of tying this game up with Caroline Golding serving. Golden hits the tape. Great serve. As it hit the tape, everybody kind of expecting it to bounce off the net, and it just rolls over. And nobody's prepared for it as it rolls over and hits the floor. That's the ace, and it's tied up 17-17. There's Berthaud on the dig, and Boylan, and ball out of bounds off of Golden. Too much power from Emily Boylan. 18-17. Skippers leading. Emily Boylan is back to serve. As Coach Lindelof tells her where to serve it. Boylan. Here's Ortega. Outside. Hit from Scott. And free ball over from Lazalier. Here's Bundy. Tipped over. And they call Sam Gomez in the net. Tied back up 18-18. Back and forth set here. Lazalier serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Floats it up and over. Haley to Bundy. Outside to Gomez with a laser hit. Lazalier digs it up, and Golden can't get there as it kind of bounced off the ceiling and came back to the floor. It's 19-18. Skippers leading with Brandy Bundy serving. Bundy floats it over. Golden with the dig. Ortega. Back to Scott. Here's Bothner. Free ball over from Berthaud. Golden, Ortega, and out of bounds as Nikki Lewis tried to push it over. She sent it well out of bounds as the Skippers now lead 20-18. Bundy, service over, dug up Lazalier. Set backwards, Scott. And that's 4 hits. Coach Walker protesting. They give it to him after allowing it to play on for far too long. 21-18. Skippers leading. Bundy, service over. Golden didn't get all of that when Ortega sends it to the middle, and Golden with a big hit. Point awarded to the Skippers, 22-18. And Coach Muley will call another timeout as the Skippers lead 22-18 here in the first. Following the Fontainebleau timeout, Brandy Bundy will continue serving for the Skippers as they lead 22-18. Golden with the dig. Ortega outside, ball dug up by Bothner. West, Bothner tips it over. Ortega trying to catch the Skippers off guard. Gomez is there to pop it up. And Gomez will send the free ball over. Lazalier to Ortega. Outside, big hit to the floor from Bailey. Scott for the kill. Skippers lead 22-19, but the ball goes back to Fontainebleau to serve as Madison Ortega will serve it over. Ortega up over Berthaud with the dig. Bundy to West. Big hit. And KK up, and Bundy sends the free ball over. Here's Ortega A big hit from Carroll. West. KK and hits that tape, and it rolls over before any Lady Bulldog could react to it. (23-19), Lady Skippers leading. Hallie Rogers checks into the game. Rogers floats service over, and oh, that's, yep. They say an ace for Rogers. That was in. It did hit right on that line over there. And, well, outside big hit from Scott into the Gomez block. So it's 24-20, point awarded to Fontainebleau there. Set point 2 for the Lady Skippers. Mary Bergeron serving for the Lady Bulldogs and into the net. And that will end set 1 as the Skippers take it 25-20.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
And Brandy Bundy will set off set 2, serving for the Lady Skippers. Dug up by Golden. Ortega, big hit blocked by Catherine West. As the Skippers start off set 2, the 1-0 lead. Bundy will continue to serve for the Lady Skippers. They took set 1, 25-20. Bundy service over. Dug up by Lewis. Ortega to Scott. Dug up by Bundy. And Bundy will send the free ball over. Golden was there to dig it up. There's Ortega, and Catherine Carroll hits it into the net. Skippers go up 2-0. Start off set 2. Bundy serving once again as Coach Lindelow signals in where to serve it. Caroline Golden digs it up. West sends it back over for the Lady Skippers. Lazalier to Carroll, and dug up by Berthaud, and dropped at the net. It was Nikki Lewis. So 2-1. Lady Skippers leading. But Chloe Shea to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Shea up and over Berthaud. And Golden puts the roof on it before Bundy can get there. It's tied back up at 2 apiece. In the first set, we saw they traded points throughout the whole first set, back and forth, until Mandeville pulled away at the end to win by 5. Here we're seeing a 2-2 tie here. A Gomez laser hit. Lazalier can't handle it, and it goes out of bounds over to the Fontainebleau bench area. To serve for the Lady Skippers is Hallie Rogers. Rogers floats this one over Golden. Lazalier back over to Golden with the big hit, and it's out of bounds off the hands of Gomez and West. And now tied back up 3 apiece. Service over. Gomez hits it into the net. 4-3. Lady Bulldogs leading. Serving now, Grace Hale. And big hit blocked by Gomez and Haley. The big hit from Catherine Carroll. So Samantha Gomez back to serve for the Lady Skippers as it's tied back up 4 apiece. Gomez, lots of forward spin dug up by Golden. Outside, big hit from Golden. It's popped up. Bundy, Haley sends it over, and Chloe Shea can't handle the speed coming from the KK Haley hit over. Ball falls to the floor. 5-4. Lady Skippers have reclaimed the lead. Gomez sends it over, and Golden can't handle it for the ace for Samantha Gomez. 6-4. Lady Skippers lead. Gomez over. Lazalier there to dig it up. Here's Ortega outside to Golden. Big hit, and it bounces back at her. Off the net. 7-4. Lady Skippers leading. Coach Lindelof signaling in for where Gomez should serve it. Gomez to the middle. Chloe Shea up. Here's Golden with the tip and blocked back at her by Emily Boylan and Catherine West. 8-4. Lady Skippers lead. Gomez looking to extend the lead here. She sends it over, and KK Haley putting the roof on it there in front of Lazalier and Catherine Carroll. And Coach Muley has seen enough. So with the score 9-4, Skippers leading here in the second. There's a timeout on the court. Following the Fontainebleau timeout, Gomez continuing to serve, and that one goes out of bounds over there on the far sideline. 9-5. Skippers still leading into the game to serve for Fontainebleau. Madison Brown. Brown up, over, and out of bounds. Another service error. 10-5. Skippers looking to extend their lead. Hallie Rogers back, but serving for the Lady Skippers is Jade Dennis, who checks into the game. Dennis, a lot of power behind it, dug up by Lazalier. And it looks to be a rotation infraction. So that's a point awarded to the Lady Skippers. Jade Dennis serving once again. She gets a lot of speed behind it, dug up by Lazalier. And Golden with the big hit, dug up. Here's Berthaud over to Haley. And here's Lazalier. Golden will send the free ball over. Jade Dennis digs it up. Outside, Bundy, big hit from KK Haley. It's sent back over to the Skipper side. Bundy for Boylan, and that's in right in that back right corner for the kill for Emily Boylan. 12-5, Lady Skippers leading. Jade Dennis continuing to serve. It's Coach Walker talking to KK Haley over here on the sideline. .12-5 here in the second. And the officials are going over the rotation. There seems to be a error there with it. So we're going to step away. Jade Dennis serving. They seem to have gotten the rotation in order. Ortega outside to Golden. It's blocked back by Haley and Boylan. And Ortega hits it into the net. 13-5. Lady Skippers looking to extend their lead, and Jade Dennis serves it into the net. 13-6. And Caroline Golden is back to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Golden jump serve up and over Berthaud. Bundy that quick over, and Lazalier can't get there. Kind of caught it at the last second, sent it under the net. 14-6. Lady Skippers leading with KK Haley back to serve. Jump serve, a lot of power behind that one. Lazalier with the dig. Ortega back to Golden from beyond the attack line. Dennis is there to dig it up. Bundy, this one needs to go over. KK gets it there. Here's Ortega outside to Scott. Dug up. Here's Bundy. And ball is hit into the net by Catherine Johnson. The Lady Skippers lead 14-7. And Lauren Lazalier is back to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Lazalier up and over, dug up by Dennis. Here's Bundy Boylan, and it's sent back over. Good hustle by Lazalier. Ball popped over, kind of backhanded over. Bundy outside to Johnson and into the net. 14-8. Lazalier will continue to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. It's 14-8 here in the second set. Lazalier hits the tape and out of reach as both Dennis and Haley dove for it. Neither of them could get a hand under the ball to pop it back up. It's 14-9. Lady Skippers still lead, but the Lady Bulldogs are battling back. Lazalier, and that's off the side of Jay Dennis's hand. 14-10. Lazalier back to serve. Up over Haley, Berthaud, and Johnson sending the free ball over. Lazalier up. Nikki Lewis tips it over, but Johnson is there to dig it up. Here's a big hit from Boylan, but mistimed it and into the net. 14-11. And they'll rotate in. Nope. Rotation doesn't come in before the serve. Here's Bundy back to Haley from beyond the attack line for the kill. 15-11. KK Haley has great placement. She's being recruited by a number of schools. I'm sure we'll find out that decision once the season's over. They're worried about making it to the playoffs and then state to repeat from last year. They're not worried about college right now. That one goes out of bounds. 15-12. Lady Bulldogs within 3 of closing the gap. After Mandeville at one time led by 7. Ortega up and over, dug up by Dennis. And out of bounds. 13-15. Ortega serves it over. Dennis digs it up. Here's Bundy outside to Gomez with a lot of power to the floor. Off the side of Nikki Lewis's hand as she went for the block. Good kill, good power from Samantha Gomez. Skippers lead 16-3, and they'll serve again. Here's Brandy Bundy serving over. Lazalier, Golden, and Bailey Scott will put way too much on it. Send it sailing out the back. 17-3, Skippers leading as Bundy floats it over. And Golden dives to get it there, and this one will go out of bounds. Good effort there from Catherine Carroll to try and make something of it. But she hit it just outside of that antenna. Bundy floats this one over. Golden, Ortega to Scott with the big hit off of Brandy Bundy and out of bounds. 18-4. Lady Skippers leading here in the second. And Chloe Shea will check in for the Lady Bulldogs. Shea had some success serving in the first set. Early in this one. Bundy tipped over West. And that's a point for the Lady Skippers. Lazalier touched it. It looked to be going out of bounds. 19-4. 19-14. Lady Skippers leading. It's Hallie Rogers. Serves this one over, dug up by Shea. And they call KK Haley in the net. So it looked like she put the roof on it and got the kill there, but instead it's a point for the Lady Bulldogs. It's 19-15. And Grace Hale serving it up for the Lady Bulldogs, dug up by Rogers. Big hit from West. Good hustle there from Hale to pop it back up. KK Haley sends the ball over. Here's Ortega. Shea outside to Golden and into the net. 20-15. Lady Skippers lead. Samantha Gomez is in to serve. Chloe Shea, Ortega, Golden tips it over, but good hustle by Brandy Bundy to pop it up. Here's Lazalier. Golden popped up to the ceiling. Here's Bundy to Haley. Big hit for the kill. Out of reach of Shea or Lazalier. 21-15. Lady Skippers lead. Gomez will continue to serve. Gomez way too much on that one. It'll go sailing out the back. Point for the Lady Bulldogs. 21-16 here in the second. It's Madison Brown serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Brown up and over. Rogers digs it up. Bundy outside to Boylan and off of Lazalier and out of bounds. Kill for Emily Boylan. Catherine West comes out. Jade Dennis checks back in. It's 22-16 here in the second. Dennis into the net. Another one of those unforced service errors. Not that there's such thing as a forced service error, but it is an unforced error. And Caroline Golden is back to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Golden up over Dennis. Too much on it. Goes off the side of Dennis's fist and out of bounds. Lady Skippers are leading 22-17, but Caroline Golden will continue to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Golden up and over. KK Haley digs it up. Bundy, Haley, and out of bounds off of Madison Brown for the Skipper kill. 23-18. KK Haley will go back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Haley, lots of power, up and over. Golden digs it up. Ortega hit over by Eberts, and they'll call double hit on Bundy. It's 20. It should be 23-19. There we go, the scoreboard updated. And Lazalier serving over for the Lady Bulldogs, dug up by Dennis. Here's Bundy. Big hit from Johnson. Ortega outside to Scott for the kill. It's 23-20 here in the second. Lazalier will continue to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Lazalier jump serve up and over. Dennis. Boylan. This one has to go over. Haley gets it there. Golden with the dig. Ortega to Lewis, who tips it over, but tips it. From my vantage point, it looked like she may have tipped it out of bounds, but it was in. As Mr. Auxilian over there has a perfect bird's eye view over it. There will be a timeout on the court as the Mandeville High Lady Skippers lead 23-21 here in the second. After the timeout, Lazalier serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Berthaud to Bundy, backward to Boylan, and the kill for Boylan as Lewis and Scott tried to block it. Went out of bounds. Set point is Emily Boylan back to serve, looking to put away set two for the Lady Skippers. And we have another timeout on the floor as the Lady Skippers lead 24-21 here in the second. Boylan to serve, looking to put this one away for the Lady Skippers, looking to put away set two. Boylan up and over. Golden to Ortega. Here's Scott looking to tip it over, and Gomez puts the roof on it, and that will end set two as the Lady Skippers win it 25-21. Starting off the third set. Serving over, Ortega. Gomez there to dig. And the communication error is Catherine West. Went for it. It kind of rolled off of her back and hit the ground. Fontainebleau comes up to a 1-0 lead to start off the third set. Madison Ortega to serve again. There's a wet spot on the floor that needs some wiping up. They get it done. Here goes Ortega once again. Ortega up, over, hit that tape. West pops it up. Here's Bundy. Haley from beyond the attack line for the kill as it hit right before that back line. 1-1. Tied up as Madison Bothner goes back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Bothner, service over. Lazalier pops it up, and here's Golden from beyond the attack line. Bundy stops it. Gomez pops it up, and Haley with the big hit off. Well, that one looked painful for Lazalier, but she gets it up. And the kill from Bailey Scott. The Bulldogs come out to a 2-1 lead. And Scott will come out as Mary Bergeron checks into this one to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Bergeron, Rogers, outside KK Haley with the big hit. Goes out of bounds. It hit that antenna over there for Skipper Point. We're tied up at 2 apiece. Gomez getting the call from Coach Lindelof on where to serve it. Gomez, a lot of power behind it, but hits the net. Bulldogs lead 3-2 going into the third set. Here in the third set. Grace Hale serving over for the Lady Bulldogs. Haley pops it up. Outside to Boylan to the floor. Just out of reach of Mary Bergeron as she dove for it. Tied up 3-3. Catherine West checks out. So does Brandy Bundy. They're adding extra height up front, along with Emily Boylan being up there. They check into the game. Victoria Songe. And serving is Maddie Dosat for the Lady Skippers. Lazalier, Ortega outside to Golden, and that looks out. It was out. Point for the Lady Skippers. Maddie Dosat to serve once again for the Lady Skippers. Dosat up and over, dug up. It's Ortega outside. Hit up by Samantha Pateri. And a point awarded to the Lady Bulldogs for a double hit from the Lady Skippers. Tied up at 4 apiece here in the third. Going back to serve Madison Brown for the Lady Bulldogs. Brown up and over. Berthaud digs it up. Here's Songe. And tipped over KK Haley. Here's Lazalier to Golden. And KK Haley, good hustle to pop it back up and over. And Golden, that one will not be returned. Berthaud dives for it, but just too much power on it as it hits the floor. The Lady Bulldogs lead 5-4. Brown sends it over Berthaud. Songe outside to Boylan. And Boylan with the kill. The big hit out of reach of Brown and Bergeron. They just froze as it was coming. I wouldn't want anything to do with that hit. KK Haley back to serve for the Lady Skippers as the score's tied up at 5 apiece. Haley gets it over. Golden digs it up. Ortega sends it over. Here's Dosat outside. Bothner tips it over. Ortega back hit and way long. Too much power behind it by Kristen Eberts. The Lady Skippers taking the lead 6-5 here in the third. KK Haley, service over, a lot of power but out of bounds. Over there on the far sideline, ties it up at 6 apiece. And this is pretty typical with what we've been seeing throughout this match so far. Just trading points back and forth. Fontainebleau will score, then Mandeville will score. Fontainebleau will score, Mandeville will score. Serving over, Caroline Golden diving for it, Sanji. And KK Haley hits it over. Brown beyond the attack line. Golden, too much power as it goes out of bounds here on the near sideline. And Emily Boylan will serve for the Lady Skippers. Skippers lead 7-6 here in the third. Boylan, lot of power, way too much on it. 7-7. We're tied up. Serving is Lauren Lazalier. Dug up by Haley Sanji. From Haley, a lot of power on it, but into the net. And the Lady Bulldogs have retaken the lead 8-7. Lazalier serving once again. Up, over, dug up by Dosat, back over to the Fontainebleau side, and out of reach of the diving Renee Berthaud. Fontainebleau leads 9-7 here in the third. Lazalier will continue to serve as Coach Casey Muley signals in for where she should serve it. Lazalier up and over, dug up by Dosat. Sanji outside to Bothner. And out as Nikki Lewis tried to block it. But it hit the antenna. So Fontainebleau still leading 9-8. And Brandy Bundy back into the game to serve for the Lady Skippers. Bundy gets it over, dug up by Golden. And the big hit from Scott off the fingertips of Berthaud, but it gets back over to the Fontainebleau side. Big hit. And they call the Lady Skippers in the net. So 10-8, Lady Bulldogs leading. Checking into the game, Samantha Pateri. Into the game for Madison Brown. Madison Ortega will serve. Ortega gets it up and over Gomez. Bundy back to Gomez. Big hit for the kill. That's in, and the guys from the Mandeville High basketball team like that one. They're here to support the Lady Skippers. Madison Bothner back to serve. Golden digs it up. Outside hit, big hit from Scott. And Bothner unable to handle it. It goes out of bounds off the side of her fist. Hallie Rogers will check in. Bothner comes out. Lady Bulldogs lead 11-9. And Mary Bergeron will serve it over. Rogers digs it up. Bundy to Gomez. Big hit to the floor for the kill. 11-10. Lady Bulldogs, and Samantha Gomez will come out. Renee Berthaud back to serve. Berthaud up and over, dug up by Bergeron. Here's Ortega, big hit from Lewis, but Bundy is there to dig it up. Outside KK Haley, too much on it. It goes sailing out of bounds and hits that back wall. Lady Bulldogs lead 12-10 here in the third. Nikki Lewis serving for the Lady Bulldogs. Lewis up and over, dug up by Rogers. Bundy, big hit to the floor. Emily Boylan. Lady Bulldogs still lead 12-11. Maddie Dosat checking into the game. Dosat serves it over with Lazalier. Ortega outside to Golden, but Berthaud, good job getting there to dig it up, and Haley gets it over. Lazalier, Ortega to Pateri, off of Dosat, and out of bounds as it hits that antenna. The Lady Bulldogs lead 13-11 here in the third. The Lady Bulldogs don't want this one to end this quickly. They're trying to force extra sets. The Lady Skippers are trying to close this gap and get back in it, and they could take it back to Mandeville High. Kill from Emily Boylan there. Mandeville wins this set. They take the match. 13-12. KK Haley back to serve, looking to tie this one up. Haley, service over, dug up. Here's Ortega to Golden. Golden tipping it over. Haley pops it up, free ball over Renee Berthaud. Lazalier, Ortega outside Golden, tip blocked by Sanji. And it's tied up at 13 apiece. KK Haley will continue to serve, looking to get her team the lead. A lot of power on that one. Ortega pops it up. Nobody there. Lazalier at the last second sends the free ball over. Big hit, Madison Boffner for the kill. Mandeville has reclaimed the lead, 14-13 here in the third. And we have a timeout on the court called by Coach Muley as the Lady Skippers lead 14-13 here in the third. Haley, a lot of power behind it, up and over, coming out of the timeout. Ortega, Caroline Golden blocked back by Boylan, but it's popped back over for the Lady Skippers. Boylan, a lot of power on it, hitting the shoulder of Madison Brown, and the kill. So 15-13 Lady Skippers. KK Haley, jump serve over Brown. Ortega outside to Golden with the big hit and blocked. But it goes out of bounds for the Lady Bulldog point. Bailey Scott will check into the game for Mary Bergeron. Lady Skippers still lead 15-14. Golden, a lot of power on that one, and it goes sailing out of bounds. Renee Berthaud nearly touched it there, but pulled her hands away just at the last second. The Lady Skippers lead 16-14. Here's Emily Boylan serving over. And a quick tip over from Ortega. Here's Boffner with the big hit and the kill. Kristen Eberts can't get there for the block. 17-14 Lady Skippers. Boylan hits the tape, goes over. Free ball. Lazalier gets it over. Sanji, Boylan, and Boffner. Off of Golden, here's Ortega. And a big hit from Golden, and that's out. 18-14. Lady Skippers continuing to extend their lead. Subs coming in as Alexis Womack checks into the game for Emily Boylan. Womack up over Golden. Ortega outside to Scott. Too much on it. 19-14 here in the third. Womack will continue to serve for the Lady Skippers. Up, over, dug up. Here's Golden from beyond the attack line. Gomez, Sanji tries to get it over, and she does. Kind of catching them off guard. Scott and Eberts mishandled it. And Coach Muley will call another timeout as the Skippers lead 20-14 here in the third. After the timeout, Womack still serving for the Lady Skippers as they're looking to put this one away. It's 20-14, Lady Skippers leading. Golden, free ball. Lazalier sends it over. Here's Sanji. Back, Gomez tips it over, but Lazalier is there to pop it up. Here's Ortega, big hit from Golden. Sanji, double hit. 20-15, Lady Skippers lead. That run is over. As the ball goes back over to Fontainebleau to serve, Lazalier will send it over. Haley. And big hit from Lewis. Ball hits the ground, 20-16. Fontainebleau looking to battle back in this one. Lazalier sending it over. KK Haley digging it up. Here's Sanji. Big hit from Gomez for the kill. Back in the back left corner where nobody was manning it. Catherine West will check into the game as Maddie Dosat checks out. add that extra height up front. Here's Sanji serving over. Golden. Big hit from Scott. And they call, look like they call Fontainebleau net. 22-16. Sanji serving over. Brown. And nobody could get there as the ball hits the floor. It's kind of tipped over. Bothner and Gomez both dove for it, but nobody was able to reach it. (22-17), Lady Skippers leading. Arteaga, KK Haley pops it up. Bundy to Gomez and out of bounds. Too much on it. 22-18 here in the third. Madison Arteaga continuing to serve. Arteaga floats it up and over. Too much on it and out of bounds. That is out. The line judge said it was in, but it was out the side of that back line. They call it in. Huh. Well, it looked out to me. Arteaga serves over. KK Haley pops it up west, sends it the wrong way, and Womack's free ball will fall short. (22-20), Fontainebleau battling back. Service over. Bundy, outside big hit from Gomez. A lot of power on that one. Berthaud back to Gomez, sends it over. Nikki Lewis is there. And a point for the Lady Bulldogs. So it's 22-20. They're within one of tying this back up. And Coach Walker will take a timeout as the Lady Skippers lead 22-21 here in the third. After the timeout, it's 22-21. Lady Skippers leading. Lady Bulldogs serving. Here's Madison Arteaga serving it over. Berthaud there. Here's Bundy. Big hit from Bothner. Lazalier from beyond the attack line goes Golden. Dug up by Bundy. West outside to Bothner for the kill. 23-21. Madison Bothner back to serve for the Lady Skippers. Up and over. Tipped over. KK Haley sends it back at him. Lazalier. Here's Arteaga. Big hit from Scott. But Berthaud is there. KK Haley, big swing and the kill. And it is match point for the Lady Skippers. 24-21. With Madison Bothner serving. And we'll have a timeout on the court as the Lady Skippers lead 24-21 here in the third. (24-21), Madison Bothner looking to close this one out for the Lady Skippers. Nikki Lewis is there. Here's Arteaga. Big swing coming and blocked. Here's Golden digging it up. Free ball over from Arteaga. Bundy back to Gomez. Lazalier. Lewis sends it over. Here's Bundy. Gomez. KK Haley, too much on it. And it's 24-22. Mandeville looking to put this one away. But Fontainebleau looking to battle back, tie it up, and potentially take the lead. They're only down 2 here. Mary Bergeron on to serve. Bergeron hits it over. Rogers, Bundy, big hit from Gomez, and the point, and that will end the set and the match. Mandeville takes the set 25-22. So let's send our thank yous to those who helped bring you this game, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Foltz, our director of broadcasting, Dr. Melody Swang, cameraman tonight, Rhett Sharp, and editor and coordinator of Channel 13, Dave the Rave Williams. So from Fontainebleau High School, where the Mandeville High Lady Skippers defeat the Fontainebleau High Lady Bulldogs in 3, my name is Grant Yenny. Good night. You are now leaving the Prep Zone.